Yeah, simply ball dropping. What's up, family? K-Sap, we up, ain't no stopping. I'm simply ball dropping like it's New Year's Eve, making you haters believe I'm the MVP. Ask Mr. V and R&B, they do all sports, whether it's on the field or the court, from the arena to the ring. What, you wanna swing? I rope a dope like the one on this boxing thing. That's a punchline. I'm the greatest of all times. Got something on your mind, hit us up on the line. For that round table talk, ask B Hunt and Sheena and K-Sap too. For their views on our dudes, Marriage Chronicles for you lovers. Oh, I'm married to the game. Championships, the only time I wanna ring. K-Sap, the man behind the mic, check 1, 2. It ain't a rap until I say it's a rap. Just fall through, pull up, the hottest pod smoking. Yeah, I got you open. This freestyle brought to you by James Ford. Paid promotion. Yeah, simply ball dropping. You know what time it is.
Man, this
pull
dude,
up,
man.
chop it up with your family, man. K-Sap, what up?
Y'all come on in here. In the dark with a smile, I see you. From Dallas, Texas. Y'all come on in here, man. Y'all share it out, man. We're going to give this stream a chance to catch up to some people, man. Let's talk about tonight's game, man. Between the Indiana Fever and the Las Vegas Aces. I already got people in the comments section butt hurt. Told you, they only here to cause confusion. Come on, once y'all come in the stream, man, give the video a thumbs up, man. Let me know where y'all chatting from. Y'all know who it is. We already got Damon Fowler in the comments calling me a hypocrite. He butt hurt tonight because we calling a spade a spade. I know you can't win them all, Marquise Duncan, but I don't think this video ain't got nothing to do with hate. I mean, Damon Fowler can say what he want to say. I'm just calling what I saw tonight. Yes, man. Y'all know who it is, man. K-Sap, the man behind the mic of the Simply Ball Dropping podcast, man. Appreciate y'all tuned in, man. I see Marquise Duncan's in the building. I see In the Dark with a Smile in the building. I see Paul Hardrick in the building. Hey, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I said, man, Damon Fowler came up in here calling people a hypocrite, and then he gonna post talking about, man, why does every video you post about Caitlin Clark be bashing her? You are a closet CC hater. Facts. And I hope you know your Clark hate content has been exposed all over YouTube and social media. I could care less because I ain't hating on Caitlin Clark. I'm calling a basketball game, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. Hey, Damon, okay, Damon, so why are you here if I'm hating on CC, man? Why are you here? Why are you here? Shamar James, that's right, never questioned Asia Wilson. I'm calling the game for what it was. CC had a bad shooting night, 6 of 22. It cost her team. She tried to play hero ball. If you heard the announcers in the game talking about they should run some more action for Kelsey Mitchell because Kelsey Mitchell had it going on. Kelsey Mitchell kept the game close. Caitlin Clark come down trying to play hero ball. She shot 1 of 10 from three-point range. She was 6 of 22 from the field. So how is that hating? That's critiquing her game. Tonight was tonight that Kelsey Mitchell had it cooking, and just like the announcer said, they should have kept going to Kelsey Mitchell because Aaliyah Boston had fouled out the game, and that's the thing. Don't get mad at me because I'm calling a spade a spade. What's up, Simply? Asia. Yeah, Asia put that MVP stuff to rest. She was total domination tonight. When the game was in the balance, they was going into Asia Wilson, and she was hitting that mid-range game and getting and ones. So I don't know why Damon Fowler is mad at me because I'm calling a spade, and this is not BS. For everybody that watched basketball, you know what went on tonight. Caitlin Clark tried to play hero ball. 6 of 22. She didn't have it going. She should have gave the ball up to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell had it going tonight. Tonight's game, with CeCe shooting the ball the way she did, she cost the team the game. And that's just the bottom line. And that's not hating. That's a fact. So if facts is hating, you need to go somewhere else and get a life. You need to go get a life if that's hating. Even Nalissa Smith, man, the way she was bruising down there, she had 9.6 rebounds. But you want to see Caitlin Clark's stat line? She had 16 points, 6 turnovers, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, 6 of 22 from the field, 1 of 10 from three-point range. And the announcer kept on saying, Kelsey Mitchell had it going. Kelsey Mitchell should have had the ball. Kelsey Mitchell had 24 points, 4 of 7 from three-point line, 9 of 18 from the field, 4 of 7 from three-point range. And I'm just calling a spade to spade. And A'ja Wilson silenced all the critics that said that Caitlin Clark should be up in the MVP discussion with her. What did A'ja Wilson do? 27 and 12, 11 to 28 from the field. Just getting it done. So if you call that hating, man, I don't understand. It's that part, Andre. Thank you. Thank you, Marquise Duncan. That's what I'm saying. He just come over here glazing. Why is he here? If I'm hating on your girl, Caitlin Clark, why are you here? I came on to talk about the basketball game tonight, and it's not hate. It's just a simple fact that Caitlin Clark didn't show up when the lights was bright tonight. And that's just the bottom line. I don't know why you think that's hate, man. I don't go over on them Caitlin Clark channels and put that honey on your chest and start twerking it up with them. Because I'm not twerking it up over here. We calling a spade a spade. You've been here plenty of nights when we get on Angel Reese and people in the comments get on Angel Reese for her game and we talk about it. But we don't call that hating. We call that critiquing her basketball game. So what I did tonight, I critiqued Caitlin Clark's game tonight, and I'm giving y'all a fair assessment. Marquise, Aaliyah Boston was trash tonight too. It looked like she was lost out there because A'ja Wilson was doing what she wanted to do. All the lives I do, Damon Fowler, I give Caitlin Clark her props. We talk about it. We had people come up on the panel. So get out of here with that talking about I'm hating on CeCe. I'm not hating on CeCe. If you call critiquing her basketball game hate, then I don't know what it is, man. Oh, yeah. Hey, Imperial Stats. Yeah, Becky, because, it was some Bush League shit going on because of the fact that they were giving them time to review calls, which you only got a certain amount of time before you can start reviewing them calls. I don't have to put that in my thread, Damon Fowler. I don't have to put that in my thread. We saw what went on. Caitlin Clark was 6 of 22. She's the way you say it, Caitlin Clark is the whole team. So we're going to put this on Caitlin Clark. She came up short tonight. The lights was bright and she didn't perform. She like Gizmo. She went in the head. So I don't want to hear that. Thank you, bro, Greg. Kelsey Mitchell's stats are consistent. Tonight, I just felt, just like the announcers were saying, get the ball. They like to see some more action for Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell was hitting big shots. Caitlin Clark came down and looked to me as she was playing hero ball. 6 of 22 from the field. Come on now. Make it make sense, Damon. Make it make sense. She was atrocious tonight, and you got to accept that. We critiquing her game. That's all. We ain't took no personal shots at her. We talking basketball. We talking basketball. So if you think I'm hating on her because I'm critiquing the way she played tonight and how she came up short when the lights was bright, then, man, you need to go somewhere else, man. You don't need to be on these basketball channels, man, because you're going to get your feelings hurt every time. You're going to get your feelings hurt every time. I see you, Sunshine. Hey, you can focus on the negative all you want, Damon Fowler, but why you here? You here for a reason. I told y'all, man, what they trying to do, man. I told you what the Caitlin Clark fans are trying to do.
They only here to cause confusion.
I got you, Marquise Dunk. Now, I'm not, blood pressure's not raising. I'm just calling a spade, man. And he knows it. So like I said, I don't throw a rock and hide my hand, so let me come on camera so you can see me. Yeah, I'm here. So that's what I'm talking about. Nah, we're not talking about other games. We're talking about tonight's game, guys. We're talking about what we saw tonight. So if you come in the comment section and you didn't see the game, maybe you might want to, look at the game before you come in here and chat. Thank you, bro, Grad. You got to be able to accept the criticism. She had an off night tonight, and that's all I'm saying. She had an off night tonight. It was atrocious. 6 of 22 from the field. And just like the announcer said, this is the first time she saw Caitlin Clark shoot that bad. And that's why she made it a point to say, hey, you need to get the ball into Kelsey Mitchell. Ride the hot man. But I just thought that Caitlin Clark came down and she tried to play hero ball. I made a great video when CC, when she got that triple-double, we gave her kudos. Where was you at then? See, you only want to seek out the negative stuff. You don't want to seek out the positive stuff I do on Caitlin Clark. You ain't here all the time when we talk about Caitlin Clark in a positive light. You ain't never here when that happens. You only come around when you see them titles on the thumbnail. This is when you come around. When you see stuff like this is when you pop your head out. When you see stuff like that, that's when you pop your head out. That's the only time you pop your head out of that turtle shell. When you see stuff like this. That's the only time. But when I did a live talking about the MVP race, the rookie MVP race between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark was over, where was you at then? Where was you at then? You was nowhere to be found. But you just want to focus on these little thumbnails that get you coming in, getting you all bent up out of shape and getting your panties in a bunch. That's what it is, man. But we already know, man.
They only here to cause confusion.
So that's what it is, man. But other than tonight, man, I got one of my faithfuls in the comment section, bro, Grad. What you think about tonight's game, man? What do you think tonight's game and what you saw out of CC? Yeah, they can make fun of Angel Reese all day, but as soon as somebody say something about the Caitlin Clark, see, that's the problem we have. That's why cats like me, Showtime, HDTV2, and Fool Line, and we hold y'all guys accountable, man. So if you don't think CC is a top 5 in the MVP, man, get out of here, man. You now your feelings are hurt. Y'all see this? Man, Damon Fowler's feelings are hurt, man. He's butt hurt right now. I can't help you out, my brother. I appreciate you tuning in, man, but I can't help you out, man. He is crashing out, man. Crashing out over Caitlin Clark, man. It's ridiculous, man. He sound like Nancy Lieberman Klein now. He crashing out. That's a good assessment, Itch. Itch, that's a good assessment. Caitlin is the most popular, but not top 5. That's a good assessment, man. That's a good assessment, man. And see, we got a true Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark fan in the chat that's on my panel regularly and faithfully. And he said Clark is top 10, not top 5. So Damon Fowler, you getting crushed tonight, man. You getting cooked, sliced, and glazed, man. That's the problem. Hey, see, there you go. You know, I was on the panel when you was on Showtime show. That's not my job to put up stuff about Caitlin Clark. I don't have to always talk about Caitlin Clark. Tonight's video was about what Asia Wilson did, but Damon Fowler started off with this Caitlin Clark stuff. So I put in the title that her shooting cost Indiana Fever. which you did. Which you did. Damon Fowler's butt hurt, man. His butt hurt, man. I don't know how many times I have to give Caitlin Clark her just dues, man. When I came on her several times and said that she's a generational talent, she's an excellent ball player, but she's not the only one on the Indiana Fever that make the Indiana Fever go. And when I talk about Kelsey Mitchell and Lexi Hall and Aaliyah Boston and Alyssa Smith, everybody gets mad, man. Because everybody wants people just to talk about Caitlin Clark, man. I don't understand it, man. Gabriel Rodriguez, thank you, man. That's a fact, man. She had a mediocre game tonight. Man. And it's diabolical for y'all guys to get in y'all's feelings when don't nobody say nothing good about Caitlin Clark, man. It's diabolical, man. It's diabolical. Why is that hating? Why is that hating? A lot of people in the chat say Clark ain't even top 10. So get mad at them, Damon. Get mad at them. And then you're gonna go talk about check ESPN latest ESPN rankings. That's their opinion. Like you got your opinion. You got your opinion of me that I'm hating. And now y'all want to scroll through my catalog to see if I got any good thumbnails of Caitlin Clark. Every time Caitlin Clark broke a record or anything like that, I've addressed it on my live. Hey, Sunshine, play that Tupac.
They only here to cause confusion.
Yeah, hey, he getting, yeah, Marquise, man, he getting up under his skin, man. I don't know what the problem is, man. And see, look. Hey, the Sky getting their ass kicked. They getting their ass kicked. I come on and do it live for the Sky. I'm watching the game. They getting their ass kicked. But then y'all want to go out there and say that the team is better without Angel Reese. But now it shows that they getting their ass kicked to the Washington Mystics. Come on now. Make it make sense, man. Y'all crazy, man. Jackie Young had the straight jacket on. That's real. That's what I'm saying, man. But see, I can't say that. I'm glad you said it, bro, Gad. I can't say that, man. I'll let you say it, man. So who gets the blame for the Sky losing? Man, they get Carmilla Cardoso. That's who get the blame. If y'all really want to talk about it, because everybody was quick to say that Carmilla Cardoso should be the one that's getting the ball instead of Angel Reese. So y'all correct me if I'm wrong, right? So she should be dominant, right? There she is, forever faithful onto him. There you go. Yeah, Cardoso got to put up a better effort, man. So if you want to be real, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else doing their job. Lindsey Allen stinking it up. She only got 2 points. You know, Michaela Onyeawede, she been consistent, but she only got 5. Dana Evans got 4 off the bench. Breonna Turner got 4. So they stinking it up. Cardoso playing like trash. See? Look at everybody in the chat saying the same thing. That's what I'm saying. So that's what it is, man. We call a spade a spade. It's games where you know Hootie Mack, we done came on here and said Angel Reese played like trash. You know that. That's right, Gabriel Rodriguez. Yeah. I keep it real, man. But people don't like the real, man. They get up in their feelings, man, over basketball. No, it's not bad for both teams. Indiana got a good team, man. They got a real good team. They got some pieces to work with, man. But tonight, they just faced the juggernaut in the Las Vegas Aces. Jackie Young played great defense on Caitlin Clark, forced her to take some tough shots. But all I'm saying is she was 6 of 22 from the field. And what I'm saying is Kelsey Mitchell had it going on. For anybody that watched that game and heard what the announcers was saying, get the ball into Kelsey Mitchell because she had the hot hand. And I just felt it was too many times y'all saw Caitlin Clark pushing the ball down the court, rushing them 3-pointers up. She shot 10 3-pointers and made 1. So come on now. I know she's a rookie built in hand. Nah, the reason why I said that is because people have come on here and said that Cardosa should be running that offense. Angel Reese shouldn't be getting no touches down in the paint. It should all go through Carmella Cardosa. But Angel Reese is not there now, so what's the excuse? That's what I'm saying, Wanta. She was just it's a fact, man. She just had a bad game tonight. And the announcer said that because the announcer said she ain't never seen Caitlin Clark shoot this poorly. Come on, man. 6 of 22 from the field? Come on, man. Yeah, the Sky can't shoot. You right. We've said that. How many times have I came on here, Bro Gad, and said the Sky's guards are trash? And that's going to be the downfall of the Chicago Sky. The inconsistency of the guard play. But see, that's what I'm saying. See, when people in the chat say it, it's okay. But, you know, when the host of the show points it out, we got to be the haters. It's crazy. But it's all good, man. It's all good. We're going to leave Caitlin Clark alone, man. We're going to leave Caitlin Clark alone. Shit, Kennedy Carter got 16 points, and they still down 23. So that's what I'm saying. Showtime know how to stand on business. He probably upset that the Sky getting their ass kicked, and rightfully so, because that go in debunks the narrative that everybody, when they won that first game without Angel Reese after she went down with the wrist injury and she had surgery, everybody started glazing on these Caitlin Clark channels. See, I told you they was better without Angel Reese. Okay, well, hold that same weight tonight when they getting their ass crushed 75-52 with 6 minutes left in the game. So come on now. Make it make sense, man. Andre Asia did dominate. Asia put the bid about everybody trying to throw Caitlin Clark up beside her in the MVP race. And she just, like I said, when the lights was bright tonight, Caitlin Clark shit the bed. She wet the bed. And that's just real talk, man. Said Clark's mid-range game need work. She keep going. Bro Gad, thank you for pointing that out. That's exactly what I'm saying about tonight's game. How many times did she rush down court and try to take a deep three? How many times? And she came up short. It looked like her legs wasn't even under her tonight, because if you look at all her three-pointers, they was coming up short. Some of them missed badly. Some of them hit the front of the rim. And it was terrible. And that's what I said. She got to get to the basket. She got to know how to get to the basket and pull up for that mid-range. Yeah. But it is what it is. But you got cats like Damon Fowler talking about I'm hating. Man, ain't nobody hating. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you want to talk about CC that bad, man, go ahead and start your YouTube channel, man. Let's see how far you get, man. I'm just being fair, man. Y'all can call it how y'all want to call it, man. Y'all can call me a hater all you want. If y'all don't like the basketball facts, then y'all can go elsewhere, because I know there's other people talking about it right now. Yeah, she can go to the hole, but she don't go to the hole. She settles too much, man. She don't put enough pressure on the defense going downhill. She doesn't know how to create her own shots. That's why her fans were complaining about screens the whole season. And you know what's funny, man? I'm going to say this because I don't never really get off into this. I see it in the chat about her pushing off all the time. I saw it a lot tonight, and it was never called. She got that arm bar push off, and she gets away with it, man. Damon Fowler, man, what's the problem with critiquing tonight's game because she had a bad game? Why are you all up in your feelings, man? I just want to ask a question. Why are you all in your feelings, man? What's the issue, man? Hold up, Damon Fowler. I'm gonna click the link for Damon Fowler. I want Damon Fowler to come up here, man. Let's talk about it, man. I want to see what your issue is, man. I want to see if you're gonna be man enough to hit the link, man. Let's see where you at, man. I dropped the link for you, Damon. Nah, the Sky ain't have a bad game. They got drove, man. The Sky is too inconsistent, man. We already talked about that, man. Them guards, you don't know what you're going to get from them guards, man. I dropped the link for some. Okay. Gabrielle, I hit the link. If you click on that link, you can come up on the channel. Hold on. I got some action. Who we got in the building? What's going on, sister? What's going on, sister?
I just want to tell you, I'm doing fine. I'm glad you recognize, that a lot of people are just trolling you, baby. They trolling you.
I know. Okay? I know what it is.
I'm gonna let you know. I was a former fangirl, i.e., worshiper of Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
I had to get up out of that idol worship. Idol worship is not for me.
Got you.
It's not for me. And I just want to let you know, don't put too much stock into the trolls.
I got you.
Because these are like real idol worshipers that we're talking about here. So, and trust me, I know I was a fangirl. And I don't hate her. I'm not up here to downgrade her. I'm not up here to talk trash about her. She's a wonderful athlete.
Exactly.
But she needs to work on her mid-range game. And I do believe she's going to work on it in the offseason.
Exactly.
Okay. I believe she's going to take care of that. So, but she's, as far as the MVP, no. That belongs to Asia Wilson.
And I'm glad that you said that, man. I'm glad that you honest. Like you said, you're a Caitlin Clark fan. And my issue I have, and we talk about it all the time, it seems like if we critique Caitlin Clark's game, right, we gotta be a hater. And like you said, it's gonna be trolls, right? Yeah. Just because we don't post videos of Caitlin Clark, player of the week, doing all this and doing all that. But when we talking basketball, reference to the night, the only reason why I came on here, because you heard the rumblings about, Caitlin Clark should be MVP. She should be rookie of the year. She should be MVP. She should be mentioned in the likes of Asia Wilson. So what Asia Wilson, if you look at the thumbnail, Asia Wilson was pure dominant tonight. When they needed a bucket, when the game was in the balance, they went into Asia Wilson. Caitlin Clark, on the other hand, like I said about Caitlin Clark, it seems to me in some games when the lights are bright and they need her, she's nowhere to be found. Kelsey Mitchell is the one that steps up. And just like the announcer said tonight, Caitlin Clark was shooting her atrocious. Kelsey Mitchell had it going on. She said she would like to see more screens for Kelsey Mitchell because she was the hot man. Feed the hot man. But it was times that Caitlin Clark was rushing down the court trying to shoot that 50-foot three-pointer, and she was coming up short. And that's all I said. Her shooting 6 of 22 from the field, 1 of 10 from three-point line, it was atrocious.
Yeah, and she was probably tired. I'm just going to keep her 100. She was probably tired.
That's what I said. Her legs didn't look like they was under her. She was coming up short on that three.
Exactly. So, don't pay these folks no attention. They're going to come after you because you're not worshiping Caitlin Clark.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. You know what I tell them? This is what I tell them.
They only here to cause confusion.
They only here to cause confusion?
Yeah. All right. I just wanted to come up and say that.
Man, I appreciate you, Sister Noble. Appreciate you tuning in.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much. Great call. Bro Claude, what's up, man? Hold up, man. Let me add Damon. He clicked the link. Let me put him up here.
So, what up, bro?
All right, man. I got Damon in the building, man. What's up, man? What you got?
Yeah, I'm not showing my face because I just had a tumor removed.
Hey, you ain't got to show your face. I want to hear your voice. Let's go.
Well, I know, but I had a cancer tumor on my brain removed, so I'm not showing my face.
Man,
so
prayers
I'm trying to hold my face.
All right, we sending our prayers, man, for a speedy recovery, man. Hope you get well.
I guess y'all see my beard, but that's about it.
All right.
No, but I'm just sick and tired of all it is. You, Showtime, whatever. You guys can have your own shows. I'm not on a problem with that. But it's everyone you have. You can't just have one about just nothing all good about Caitlin. You have to have something in there. But she sucked or this or that. You can't just have one about how she did something good. I didn't see anybody have anything, any show have the back-to-back WNBA Player of the Week or the Player of the Month. Did you make a show about that?
Hey, I don't talk about Caitlin Clark every day on my channel.
See, that's my problem. Nobody can be even down the middle. It's got to be one or the other.
I don't have to talk about Caitlin Clark on my channel, right? There's other channels out there that are glazing for Caitlin Clark.
But why can't a channel be one both?
Why? How you going to tell me what to talk about on my channel? If I want to talk about Caitlin Clark, I'll talk about her. But if you look at my channel, we talk about Chicago Sky Sports. We talk about Angel Reese. We talk about other players in the WNBA. And if we do talk about Caitlin Clark, y'all get so upset when we talk about the turnovers and the things that she needs to do to, expand her game. But we call that hate. But there's other channels like Pope B. Frank, Adriana Ross, Black and White Sports. You can go over there and put your honey on your chest and start twerking it up with them. We're not doing that over here, man. If we critique Caitlin Clark's game, y'all get mad because Caitlin Clark had an atrocious night tonight and she cost the Indiana Fever the game. And that's just the bottom line.
That's another problem I have. Why do you have a problem with these other black people praising Clark? You guys have a problem with that. And that pisses me off more than anything. When LeBron or Charles Barkley or whoever else, you have a problem with them coming out just because she's white.
Have you ever saw anything on my channel talking about the way that LeBron talks about Caitlin Clark, Charles Barkley talk about Caitlin Clark, Shannon Sharp talk about Caitlin Clark? Have you ever saw me say anything about that? I'll wait. You go search my catalog. Have you ever saw me produce a video talking about Caitlin Clark on what they say about, on Charles Barkley, what they say about Caitlin Clark? That's their opinion. I don't get off into that.
What's the big deal about it? Why can't people have both?
It's a big deal to you. That's the problem.
Why can't there be a channel that has not all bragging about one and not bragging about the other one? Why can't there be one down the middle, both of them, the whole show? Have one half of the show Angel and then the other half about Reese, because that's what this is all about. It's about both.
It's not just about them two players. We talk about all the WNBA players.
Damn well this year's all about both.
Where have you been on these lives when we talk about Breanna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, Arike Umbawale, Jewel Lloyd? We talk about Anessa. We talk about it all. We talk about everybody. We talk about Asia Wilson. If you want to talk about Caitlin Clark, just Caitlin Clark, Pope B. Frank is the man you go to.
I never said that.
So why don't you go over
put words in my mouth?
Won't you?
There you go.
Hold up.
I said talk about both.
Okay, go over to Pope B. Frank's channel and tell him to talk about Angel Reese in a good light.
So
won't you do that?
I'm talking. No, I'm not. You're not even getting what I'm saying. Why can't there be a show?
Why do we got to talk about both of them? Why?
Why can't you?
There's the other WNBA players in there. We're not just focused on Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. We talk about everybody.
What's the biggest beef that everybody had with the commissioner yesterday? What's the biggest beef with that? What was the problem with what she said?
Because she deflected. She deflected because she had an opportunity to answer a question and she deflected. And
what's the problem that she's deflecting?
Because the guy asked her about racism and she skipped over that. And when you got is Breanna Stewart white? When Breanna Stewart came out, she came out today and released a statement. She was upset at the commissioner for not addressing what the guy asked her.
And all this stuff helps.
So go take that up with Breanna Stewart, and she's a white lady.
I just got off of a post. Somebody called me because I'm trying to defend Clark. That I'm part of
that's your problem. Why do
I'm in the male mafia?
Why do you feel you got to defend Caitlin Clark when somebody critiques her game?
You know who I am. I'm from Iowa. I've been to over 40 of her games.
I don't care where
I've been over 40 of her. I met her in person.
That's the problem. You met her in person. You get in your feelings because somebody critiques her game.
And she looks like a man. And I'm in the Clark Klux Klan because I'm a Clark fan, or I'm in the Mayo Mafia. Is that any different than what people say about Angel?
That's between you and that person. Have you ever heard me say that?
But that makes it right.
I didn't say it.
Does that make it right?
It does not make it right. But have you heard it from
me? That's what I'm talking about. I'm sick and tired of this division between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. I want one show to be, or all these shows to be split down the middle and stop this racist bullshit.
open up your YouTube channel
This
and you can
racist
do
bullshit sucks.
Hey, open up a YouTube channel and you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. All right. But when we talk about Caitlin Clark and we critique her game, stop getting your panties in a bunch, man. Stop thinking that somebody's hating because we critiquing her game. OK, do you have a problem with people talking about Angel Reese when she talking about the rebounding and the stat padding? You have no problem with that. Oh, exactly. You don't have no problem with that. You won't go on Pope B. Frank's channel or Adriana Ross and call them out and talk about the things they say about Angel Reese. Is that correct?
Because I haven't seen them.
I don't even watch any of these.
Oh, so
you're the only one that you should feel special because you're the only one that I ever clicked on to watch.
Okay,
because I thought you would be one that could do stuff down the middle.
I do stuff. You ain't here
that's
all the time.
That's all I want. I want a show that's not about racism. I want some to have.
We don't talk about racism over here. Anybody that talks about racism in my chat, they get booted up out of here. We try to keep it 100% basketball.
Answer one question for me. Why can't anybody have a show about just both and positive and not have to deal with the racist bullshit?
We talk about positive stuff on this channel. Where have you been at when I'm doing these lives and we talking about how great Caitlin Clark is and how great Angel Reese is?
A lot of your comments don't.
I can't control the comments. That's the thing that you don't understand. How can I control what somebody's going to say? YouTube controls that, man. When they post comments and they're racist, YouTube won't let it go through. So your issue ain't with me. Your issue is because you're trying to defend Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark ain't.
You don't even listen to what I'm saying. I'm not defending Clark. I'm not defending Reese. I want it down the middle. I'm sick of these back and forth shows.
Damon, I got other people. I got other people on the panel, man. Great call, man. I'm gonna let you go down. You can go back in the chat. All right. Appreciate your call, Damon.
Fine. Yep.
All right. I got Bro Gad up here and I got Bro Claude, man. What's up?
Go ahead, Gad.
I told you already. If Aaliyah Boston ain't cooking, the Fever ain't winning.
She was in foul trouble tonight, man. She looked like she was lost out there.
If Aaliyah Boston ain't cooking, the Fever ain't winning. People don't want to hear that.
See, they don't want to hear that. Let me stop you right there, Bro Gad. Let me stop you right there. And see, that gets to my next point, right? You heard what Damon Fowler was saying, right? He started off the show on a bad note, right? So this is what I'm saying. When you came on here probably about 4 or 5 lives ago, and you was telling people about Aaliyah Boston, the importance of Leah Boston to that Indiana Fever team, right? And why, when you were saying that, you saw people in the chat, oh, it's Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's the best on the team. She's the one that makes that team go. But when you stand pat on what you were saying about Aaliyah Boston, and then it goes to show tonight that Aaliyah Boston was in foul trouble. She couldn't get cooking. Only person that was cooking was Kelsey Mitchell. We saw how atrocious Caitlin Clark was. And if you looked at the game, you heard the announcers like Caitlin Clark, give the ball to the hot person. Leah Boston fouled out the game. Give the ball to the hot person. She failed to do that. She wanted to come up and continue to jack them threes up.
But that's what it. See, that's the thing. People don't understand. They don't see the game, right? K. Mitch is always going to give you 20 to 30 points.
Consistency.
Always. That's not what decides the game because she's consistent. So you don't have to worry about that. You could depend on that. What you need is getting Aaliyah Boston in the game because she's what's defending the interior. And when you lock down the interior, right, when you lock down the boards, when you get in that production on the offensive side of the ball, but you also locking down the interior, that's actually what opens up Clark's game. When you get that inside out, because people think that, okay, she's just going to come down and shoot some logo threes. That's not how it works, right? Caitlin Clark feeds off of Aaliyah Boston. You looked at the last game when Aaliyah Boston had 30-13, right?
You explaining this to the wrong person, Bro Gad. I already know. Damon needs to know about this.
Nah, I was getting tired of him, man.
He was in his panties was in a bunch from the start.
Well, the reason I ain't interrupt him, I didn't interrupt him because it actually, I wanted to hear him out. You know, that's when you have people like him, he said specifically in a quote, I have to defend Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Your show does not respond to that. We talk about a universal basketball game with all of the players.
Exactly.
What has happened now is that once again a game is going on. Two of them actually in 1 week that they have lost, and she did not exceed expectations. So now, like we were on the last live, they lost, and it was cricket. Tonight, they're responding in anger and frustration because they don't want to put the blame on the guards, the people that are in charge of the flow of the game. These channels, the Pope, I don't even watch him. You know what I mean? But the other lady, I try to make it. It's like she has a hate fetish against the little sister. I mean,
Yeah.
I hope she don't have a black daughter. I'm being honest
Yeah.
with you. I'm
And
sorry. We ain't gonna bring up. We gonna
yeah.
drop that because we don't talk about that. But
Yeah.
the thing is that it's little girls that are grown up to be young women now that is in this league and trying to do the best that they athletically are capable of this year. This year was an off year for everyone. Why? Because they had a dynamic draft with unexpectancy incoming rookies.
Yeah.
So that threw the whole league off because the league functions on veterans. We said this maybe about a month or two ago in one of
Yeah.
your shows. By this being a veteran dominated league, the eyes was not there for, you know, most most of the players that's there. Yes, we are
Exactly.
aware of this one or that one, but even Asia Wilson, a lot of people didn't know she a two-time MVP. You know what I mean? A
Yeah.
lot of people that are just not coming in this year don't know that this girl been dominating for the last really 5 years.
Yeah, and the crazy thing that you said there, bro, Greg, you paid attention to what Damon was saying. And another thing that I picked up on was when he made the comment about what the commissioner did. He thought the commissioner did no wrong. And that's what I'm saying. That's the people
Absolutely.
that you got to watch out for because the commissioner, she deflected. She had an opportunity when the guy from CNBC opened up the show. He was talking about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark specifically, and he was talking about the racial and the sexism. And when he asked that question, what did the commissioner do? She skipped over
Deflected.
that whole thing. She
Deflected.
deflected. I had
Yeah.
no problem with everything else she said. Only thing she had to say was, we don't condone that in the WNBA, and we need to get our hands and our eyes on it to fix the problem, right?
I'm
So
glad you
then,
brought that up.
and then I go back to the late, great David Stern when he talked about the racism and stuff in the WNBA, when he had to go in and suspend Ron Artest because, the thug mention and all that stuff like that. He didn't condone that stuff, right? He addressed it head on. He didn't run from it. You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for the NBA and the likes of what the WNBA was doing, and if this draft class didn't come in, I don't think the WNBA would have stood a chance. You know what I'm
Not a
saying? I
chance.
don't think they would have been in existence.
Not a chance.
So
Now they're in the gray.
yeah,
They're not in the green yet, but then now this year put them in the gray. Next
exactly.
year we'll put them in the minute green, not not completely green, but they will be in the top tier of the above gray area and green in the beginning. Why? Because it's a growing league, right? So Paige is coming, right?
Yep.
And the other rookies that are coming that are superstars also. You got Jackson coming. So it's Johnson coming. I mean, so you got different rookies that are going to be high profile in this next draft. So I'm glad you brought that up about her deflecting. Well, I told you, bro. I'm looking dead in your eyes. I told you. This is all about the money.
Yeah, a dollar bill, yo. That's what it made it seem
I
like.
told you what the call was.
Hold on once, bro, Gad. Hold on, bro, Gad. All right, go ahead.
Let him go.
Nah, go ahead. Go ahead. Get in there.
I told you what the call. Gab know too. Gab can bear witness too, because we on a live chat, so other people, they didn't get to see what I said. I said this league is motivated to become a money machine and to upgrade in revenue. So all bets are off. You better leave Caitlyn alone. You better not say anything out of the way about Caitlyn. You better leave Asia Wilson alone, because they do have it in for her. But the thing is that the narrative is to have a rivalry. Yep. A rivalry is money in the hand.
Yep.
Somebody she wants. You heard her say, she could not really verbatim say it out, but she wants it to be what this man just called for. She wants it to be, plus the hierarchy that is in the league wants it to be. The Cheryl Swoop thing, man, it's blown out of proportion.
Yeah. All right, go, bro, Gad. Go ahead, bro, Gad. Go ahead and get in here.
No, but what I'm telling you is, like, when you look at it really and truly, Caitlyn Clark is a tool, bro. Like, people feel like when you look at it, there are two different sides of the equation. There are people that think that the WNBA is trying to make Caitlyn Clark the face of the league, and they're just pushing Caitlyn Clark, and they're trying to do everything to make Caitlyn Clark everything about the WNBA. And then there's another side that be like, they hate Caitlyn Clark, and Caitlyn Clark, they don't want her to succeed, and they're trying to tear her down. It's none of that, bro. Caitlyn Clark is a tool, bro. Caitlyn Clark is a trial run. What they are doing is they are capitalizing on the popularity of women's college basketball. And they're trying to see how far they can go to push these rivalries that people are already invested in, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what the next thing is going to be? They're going to put Paige Beckers in there.
We told you that on the last live. Come on, bro, Grad. We told you that on the last live.
And then the next thing is, okay, let's see how far we can push it with Juju Watkins, bro. And then the next thing is, let's see how far we can push it with Kiki Iriafen. They don't really care about Clark like that, bro. They don't really care about Clark. Clark is a tool, right? Clark is something to get people hooked, right? To get people on board.
And that's what the commissioner basically said.
Bro, they didn't expect Angel Reese to blow up like that, because they didn't realize how big Angel Reese's following was.
Exactly.
So then they were like, okay, we can use Clark and Angel Reese. We can put them together like Magic and Bird. So they put it.
They're actually ahead of time. They're ahead of schedule, because they actually was trying to do this next year with Paige coming in, because right now you have Caitlyn Clark channels. I want to tell you this too, KSAP. You have Caitlyn Clark channels. One of them specifically putting Paige Beckers on their last two channel lives that they had. They put Paige up and was like, she's not better than Caitlyn Clark.
Yeah,
we know she's better than Caitlyn Clark. We know the fundamentals is better. We know that everything. But they already. Yeah, go ahead.
Watch what they're doing, bro, Claude. Watch what they're doing. The thing about it is that Paige is not going to have as good a year as Caitlyn Clark. You already know that, because she's going to a shit team. All right? She's going to a shit team. She's not going to make the playoffs. Like, it doesn't matter.
Want me to tell you why? Want me to tell you why, bro, Gary? Want me to tell you why? Want me to tell you why? Because in that rookie class that's coming up, who are you going to put Paige Beckers against in that rookie class? What is going to drive? What is going to sell? This rookie class is going.
Bro. It's not going to be any rivalry.
Exactly. The main thing was Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark, right? So like you said, nobody expected Angel Reese to do what she was going to do to be up in these headlines the way she is, right? So now you got Caitlin Clark, the phenomenal player she is. Now you got something that you can say it's a rivalry. Because I did a show on it. I said, man, I think they trying to make this the Magic and Bird rivalry, but it's a little too soon. So now what happens? Paige Becker's come in with the class that she's coming in this next draft. Who is she going to be compared to in that rookie? Who is going to be the rivalry then?
And let me tell you something. What they're going to do, right? Slowly but surely, watch it. They're going to phase out all of the veterans. Okay?
That's what Brooklyn said. He wants them
out
veterans out of there.
Yeah, Brooklyn said that.
Right? They're going to phase. You see people like Joel Lloyd and Breonna Stewart, all of them getting phased out. All of them getting phased out. Flau'jae going to come in. Flau'jae going to have her followers with her with the basketball and the music and stuff. And then they're going to have Juju. They're going to have Kiki. They're going to have Jada Williams, bro. And these people have it's social media and it's NIL.
It was a guy that
it's
put
social media and it's NIL.
He put Paige up and then he put Juju up. Right now. He said both of these guys, he put Juju and Paige next to each other. He said both of these ladies not better than Caitlin Clark, right? And nobody's there to respond to him because it's a self. He's just posting, and we all know the eye test. Remember the eye test, bro, Gab. The eye test already know that Paige, even when she's hurt, is far more a skilled player than maybe half of the college girls right now. You know, I can't say
handles-wise, for sure. The thing about Paige, right, is that she's not gonna get the same platform because she's not coming into the same situation.
Exactly.
So Paige is gonna take like 1 or 2 seasons. You gotta understand, right? Clark was given a platform that no other rookie, have.
Speak on
no
it,
other
man.
rookie is gonna have Aaliyah Boston in the center, bro. No other rookie has Aaliyah Boston posting up.
Exactly.
No guard that's gonna come out is gonna have Carmela Cardoso and Angel. They're gonna have to wait for the next probably 2 years, to even get a guard to even fit Kennedy Carter.
Yeah, to facilitate that team, man. And
Kennedy Carter, because Kennedy is not a point guard.
No, she's not a point guard. She's a scorer. She's a scoring guard. She's a combo guard.
Scoring guard. So she can play it. I mean, she has the basketball.
But she don't want to play that. She don't want to play that.
Want to play that.
Yeah.
She wants to be free.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
She feels that off the ball is better for her. Okay, so she stated that even in the news reporters. So the thing is that they're going to go through the next 2 years trying to find that fit of guard to meet with these ladies, but the girls that's coming out the next 2 years will not have an opportunity. They can prove me wrong. I don't know. But they won't have an opportunity to go to a team with a Kennedy Carter, a Camilla Cardoso, and an Angel Reese. I mean, that's a gift. Or Rikia Jackson or Cameron Brink. You got what I'm saying?
Indiana, I can tell you, as a Fever fan, Indiana has a championship window of about 3 years. Okay? Indiana.
They have a small window. Yeah, they have a small window. They got a small window.
Well, that's Boston's rookie contract. They have to resign Kelsey Mitchell. And they need to make a big signing next year.
They got a small window.
They're going to ride Caitlin Clark's popularity. Okay? They're going to ride Caitlin Clark's popularity until Paige and Juju and Kiki get established. You understand? And Caitlin Clark has a 3-year window to win a championship in that time while Boston is still on a rookie contract. Because after that, I guarantee Boston might stay with Indiana, but they have to max her. And if they max her and they max Kelsey Mitchell, then they only got one more max to go, and that's Clark, and then you can't bring in anybody else. They've been trying to trade Nalissa Smith for the longest time, right? Because they want to free up cap space to bring in Satu. It's an open secret, bro.
Satu privately said she want to come to Chicago. That's what Satu said.
But here's the thing,
He want
right?
to come,
If Satu
but we
goes
ain't
to
gonna get him.
Chicago, if Satu goes to Chicago, that means that Reese got to spend some time on the bench, right? And that's not a problem because Reese can develop on the bench, right? But I can tell you, Indiana is going to throw money at Satu. Indiana is going to throw him. They want Clark to win a championship in the first 3 years because if she doesn't, it's going to be really hard. Remember, there's expansion coming up. There's a new collective bargaining agreement coming up. This talent is going to be spread all over the league. You're not going to have super teams anymore. You're not going to have the Aces anymore. You're not going to have the Liberty anymore. You never know. Mitchell might not stay around. Boston might not stay around. The league is going to change in 2
No,
years.
look, Reese wouldn't go to the bench, Brother Gab, because Reese is a power forward. Satu is a small forward. So she's going to fit right
She's
in.
a stretch. She's a stretch.
She's a stretch. She can play the 4, but she's a legitimate 3-2.
Yeah.
She can play 3 or 4. She can play 3 or 4.
She can play 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, she can play 2, 3, and 4. Sabos, I tell you, she can play 2, 3, and 4.
She plays 2, 3, and 4.
Let me go back to what Brogad said about the guards, right? This is in tonight's game. I'm just using tonight's game as a reference.
Mm-hmm.
Look what Chelsea Plum and Kelsey Gray did tonight. As much as Kelsey Gray cannot move around that court like she once was because of them bad knees.
Yeah.
But look what she did as a floor general. And if y'all look at the way tonight's game was, Indiana was hanging around that 5 and 7 point deficit, right? And every time down the court, Kelsey Gray had the ball. Where was she going to? She was going right into Asia Wilson with that jumper over that left shoulder on Aaliyah Boston, taking it to the cup and ones, fouling her out the game. And that's what I'm saying about guards like that. And tonight, I didn't see that out of Caitlin Clark. I saw Caitlin Clark trying to play hero ball, right? Instead of getting the ball into Kelsey. Yeah, exactly. Instead of getting the ball down to Kelsey Mitchell.
She shoots logo threes.
Hey, and Brogad, I'm going to say this because you talk about Aaliyah Boston all the time. I thought Aaliyah Boston was frustrated tonight because she didn't get the touches that she deserved.
Asia,
and I think she was frustrated.
Asia is a headache, baby.
It wasn't a fact about Asia. I just think it was the bad decision making by Caitlin Clark tonight. That's just the bottom line.
No, what I'm saying is she has to play defense, right?
Yeah, but offensively, she wasn't getting them touches. She did not get them touches.
That could be frustrating. That can be frustrating, but I'm going to tell you this. Asia Wilson said it's only 3 in the league right now that can really give her problems.
And Angel Wilson, Angel Reese is one of it. She says that every time they play. She says she don't even want to play against her no more because she got her running up and down the court. I got to go 110%. And see, when you hear that from somebody that you playing every night versus these people on YouTube and the internet and the media talking about what Angel Reese can't bring to the table, but when you out there on the battlefield with Angel Reese, these other people are telling you something different. They can say all she want, that she don't have no skills and stuff like that, but Asia Wilson will go to bat for her and let people know Angel Reese can flat out get it done, and I don't like playing against her.
Defense, bro, defense.
Yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying is, bro, Gad, they say she can't defend.
Asia wasn't even efficient tonight, but she didn't have to be, right? Because Asia was getting double tonight. You realize that they had Temi and Nalissa on Asia consistently tonight.
I thought Nalissa played a good game, though.
Nalissa was good. This was actually one of Nalissa's better defensive games.
Yeah.
And the Fever realized, Asia got that mid-range game cooking, and they could not single cover her. They could not single cover her. They had no choice. They had to double her. They brought Temi in. But the problem with bringing Temi in is that Temi's a great defender, but she doesn't give you offense. She doesn't stretch the floor, right? So the game slowed down, and that's not Clark's benefit, right?
Aaliyah is kind of like
offense right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Y'all hear me?
Mitchell can play in the half court because she's an ISO baller. Mitchell knows what needs to be done in the half court. Right now, Clark is still learning how to run a half court offense. She really does not know how to run a half court offense right now, and that's what people don't understand. In the playoffs,
she's run, sprint. Yeah, but Nneka Ogwumike,
Up in
is
Seattle. In Seattle.
like Aaliyah. They have NECA for the best part. NECA is a better finisher, but NECA has problems when she has to play defense.
Yeah.
When NECA has to play Asia or Angel or Stewie, when she has to play the top tier for as basket defenders, ballers or rebounders, she has a overexertment of her game on offense. She always, I mean, for the last 3 years that I've been watching NECA, she used to cook down there because she didn't have the urgency that WNBA period has an urgency across the whole league. Right now, everybody's showing out. And that's a good thing for the league. Why? Because Caitlin is the machine, right? So that still is good for the league, no matter what, because these girls this year, you can admit and say, yes, they have been balling hard. Yes, Chicago Sky just won two years ago, right?
Yeah.
So 3 years,
Parker
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
So 3 years ago. So yeah, they've been balling, and Parker was part of that clique. But I'm just telling you that this year is totally different than all the 26 years beforehand.
Yeah, great point. Before I let you in here, MJ, let me say this. I will say this because Bro Grab brought up a great situation about Aneka Nwumeke, right? So when she has space to operate, she's deadly, right? And I'm going to say this. I'm going to take it back to my Chicago Sky. When everybody came up on here and try to rebuke the fact that I thought Angel Reese, even though a lot of people said that offense shouldn't go through her, she needs her touches. Everybody came on her and say, hey, let the offense go through Camila Cardoso. Well, we see how that worked out tonight because she played lazy, she played timid, she played everything but aggressive the way Angel Reese plays. And then that first game they played without Angel Reese and they got the victory. Everybody wanted to say, oh, the Sky are better without Angel Reese. I told you Cardoso going, but how did that work out tonight? It's the inconsistencies of the Chicago Sky. Let me let MJ get up in here. What's going on, MJ?
What's going on, brothers? Good evening. How y'all doing?
All right,
What's
yourself.
up, MJ? What's happening, baby?
All right now. I'm good. I got a few points to make. Well, when I was looking at the game, one thing I do notice, when it comes to Caitlin, if you don't let her do what she want to do, she always have a problem. She has issues and she gets frustrated. She gets rattled very easily.
Real easy.
And I noticed that, yes, LA was being physical with her. And
Scottie
that's I
Pippen
noticed
effect, right? Against Detroit.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch whenever she plays against Connecticut, Las Vegas, even sometimes New York, if they get physical, or even Seattle, when they get a little physical with her, she gets rattled. And then when you now on the Indiana side, Aaliyah Boston, I think she gets a little frustrated with Caitlin sometimes. I'm not going to say all the time, but
tonight
when she
looked
tries
like she was frustrated, man.
Right. She plays hero ball, and I think Aaliyah tries to tell her, look, you gotta give me the ball when I need the ball. And sometimes Caitlin gets, because that's why if you ever watch them, Aaliyah always gotta talk to her sometimes.
Yeah,
Like,
and
come back. You going left now. Come back. I gotta bring you back.
Hold on, MJ. I don't mean to cut you off. Hold on just 1 second. Let me get to this super chat, man. I got my supporters, man. Appreciate you, Gamble 310 for the $5 super chat. All right, and I want to say this before I let you get back in here, MJ. I'm glad that you pointed that out because I can point out all the negative stuff I see about Caitlin Clark on the basketball court as much as these people point out the negative stuff about Angel Reese, right? And I'm glad you brought that point up about her, getting frustrated, getting irritated, and complaining, right? Go to the night's call when her and Jackie Young was going up for that rebound, and they had to go to review it because Jackie Young did hit Caitlin Clark in the face, but simultaneously, Caitlin Clark hit her in the eye as well. So when they went to review it and they said it was just a common foul, she's complaining to the referee, right? Then you go back to one incident where She had the ball on a high screen. Chelsea Plum was up on her and was grabbing the ball. She argued about that to the referee. They was playing her physical, right? So then you go, she's pushing off and shoving off, but nobody's
about to throw the
complaining.
ball.
Yeah, she complaining about that. But I want y'all to, one thing that a lot of people always critique athletes, and they used to critique LeBron and Randy Moss about this, when the game is in the waning seconds and you're losing, you walk off the court before the time expires. Did y'all see what Caitlin Clark did tonight with 9 seconds on the court when they was dribbling the ball up the court? What did Caitlin Clark do? Took her jersey out of her pants and started walking off the court. See, don't nobody say, they don't focus on that. But when we focus on it, we got to be haters.
But I'm gonna say this to y'all though. But I'm gonna say this to y'all, brothers.
That's a maturity issue. That's a maturity
But you know what?
issue. Like,
but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this to y'all, brothers. It's not her fault, and the reason why I say that is because she's coming from a program who let her do whatever she wants.
Lisa Bluter, she let her.
Yeah,
she controlled that. Yep.
Right. If you watch her in Iowa, she did whatever she wanted.
Yep.
Now the way Caitlin is playing now, and sometimes when she have her antics, that's a Chrissy Size thing. She has to take.
She got to reel that in. Yeah.
Yeah, she has to reel that in because she got to understand she's coming from a program where they let her do whatever she wants, and she kind of conducted the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was able to do that in Iowa, but it's levels to this in the WNBA, and that's what Asia just showed her. It's levels to this. We're not saying you're not good, but there's levels to this.
Now, I'm gonna try to get that clip. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get that clip. That last time out clip.
Yeah. One more thing about Chicago. Now I hear a lot of people say, feed the ball through Camilla.
Cardoso. It's not going to work.
Right.
It's not going to work.
Right, but hold up. I feel that way, but here's the thing. Cardoso is not as aggressive. She needs Angel due to the fact Angel compliments her.
Exactly.
That's why, and you see it clearly when Angel is not there. Even when Angel is not, when Angel is playing with her, she gets more physical,
exactly.
more aggressive. Right. She needs, and Angel compliments her. So when Angel is not there, you can even see, even when I saw the game in, it's like she wasn't even into it.
Exactly. I think that's her demeanor. But I try to say that this is not the finished project between Angel Reese and Carmilla Cardoso, but I don't even see Carmilla Cardoso even making them strides to even put herself in that position to be aggressive.
But she wasn't like that in South Carolina.
Exactly.
Either, remember, it was more Raven. Raven was more the one that get her going.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's why Kennedy Carter spoke volumes of Angel Reese early in the season, because she fed off of Angel Reese. She was the contagious energy that everybody was looking for. The person, when she goes out the game, she goes on the bench, she cheers her teammates on. They don't have that. Even though Angel can cheer for far, but that's not different because you're not in the fire with them, right? And that's not rubbing off. And you saw tonight, the first half, I think Carmelo only took 2 shots in the first half.
Right. Because if you ever watch them play, Angel got to tell her. Angel tells her, like, you see her in her face, like, you got to go. Let's do
they
this.
had her on the comm. They had her on the comm say, bitch, put that shit back up, bitch.
And if y'all go back to one of them games early in, probably about 3 or 4 games ago, before Angel got hurt. No, I think it was in the Sparks game where Kennedy Carter gave her the ball at the top of not the top of the key, but at the foul line. She had to make Carmilla shoot that ball. Like, go ahead and shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Like, she's not aggressive enough. I'm not coming down hard on her because I know she's going to be a great player, but to run that offense through her, that's going to hold Chicago back, man.
She was terrible under the basket tonight. She was very, very bad under the basket tonight, and it showed because, when Angel does her thing, it gives Camilla different. When Angel do her thing, it gives Camilla difference on what it actually is to have a aid and an assistant down low.
Right.
Gotcha.
It gives Camilla free reign because she got Angel doing the banging. So that means that's why sometimes Camilla could get those easy putbacks also.
Exactly.
Because the other team is worrying about Angel getting the offensive rebound.
Great points,
That's
man.
what
Y'all
that
all
is.
making great
Right.
points, man. Let me let Mo 3 in here. Mo 3,
Yeah,
I
go
know
ahead,
you've
bro.
been waiting. Go ahead. What you got, Mo 3? Mo 3.
I just wanted to say that the WNBA is nowhere near the green, the gray, or anything on that side. They're set to lose the most money they've ever lost this year because their expenses done, I don't know how much times they done more than quadruple because they added in charter flights. Before they were losing all that money when they was flying coach. Now they're flying, doing private charter flights. That's a lot of bread that they're losing. They're not going to be in the green, even with all the merchandise they're selling from Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. They're not going to be in the green for like another 2-3 years. So that's like some pipe dream going on. That's why they're trying to keep the rivalry thing going. That's why they don't want to stop, because they're like, oh man, we know if we say, oh, we don't want no racism, then all these people that are racist are just gonna leave. They're gonna leave.
Yeah. And the crazy thing, I'm glad you brought that up in a certain sense. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I keep going back to the commissioner's sit down on CNBC. And like I said, she talked about the money, she talked about the rivalry, she talked about the endorsement that these people are getting. And like Bro Gad said and Bro Claude said, it's money. When they talk about the machine and things like that. But what stands out to me is the way the commissioner was articulating that, the way she honed in on that, and she focused in on letting everybody know about this rivalry, how they introduced Magic and Bird into the NBA. That's how they trying to introduce Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, right? So she.
But KSAP,
Oh, go ahead.
KSAP, they already have a TV deal, They already have a TV deal. They don't really care about what the players think right now. That is why Kathy Engelbert can come out and say something like, "Oh, well,
1.2
racism doesn't really matter.
billion. Mhm.
It's just rivalry or whatever." They already have a TV deal.
1.2
Right?
billion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the thing with that is,
So people think that is, oh, we care about the fans. We need fans coming in the stadiums. We need fans watching the games.
They
They
don't
don't
care
need
about
that.
that
What they
shit.
need is they need the media rights, and that's
Yeah.
what they have. And what they're not trying to fuck that up. They're trying to make sure that more people come in and more people buy over those rights, so that when the collective bargaining comes a year from now, right? They're gonna tell the players, do you really want all these rights or do you want money? That's the
Let me tell
bargaining.
you how
Like,
fire
do you
this
really
is.
want all these rights or do you want money? That's the leverage, bro. They're like, you
I'm
want
in
rights or
Atlanta,
you want
right?
money?
I'm in Atlanta right now, right? Check this out,
yeah,
y'all. I'm in Atlanta for the last 2 days, right? So I live in Chicago, but I've been in Atlanta for the last 3 days, actually since Sunday. So I've been going around, to the barbershops and the beauty salons and nail
We see
shops,
you with your
because I
fresh
got
cut.
a personal, I did that myself, homie. Thank you,
Okay.
though. I appreciate it. Yeah, but I go into there because I do services with skin and hair care. But anyway, I go in, man. Do you know they talking about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark here? Not that the Dream played yesterday, and they was watching the Dream game, but in the barbershop, but they was talking about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark
Yeah,
pretty
it's
much
barbershop
all
talk.
the way to the half. And I'm in Atlanta, and you talk. The Dream is here, Tina.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tina just broke the second. She's second in scoring now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're not even talking about Tina. They talking
Yeah.
about
What?
Caitlin Clark. I'm telling you what I know, and I've
Tina's
been
gonna be
here for
on.
3 days. It's
Yeah,
just amazing.
Yeah. What the commissioner saying, she just can't say it. But basically what she's saying indirectly is right now the racism is selling. That's what she's saying.
Basically, yeah. I
That's
did
what
a
she's
video
saying.
about it, man. I did a
Yeah.
video about that, man, and
Yeah.
that's what
That's
I
what she's
got out
saying.
of it, man. That's
Yeah.
why
But what
I don't think she touched on it. She gonna say if this racism is gonna sell my league and get eyes and stuff on it, I'm gonna condone it.
now
Absolutely.
one thing I have to say too about Damien, see, here's where Damien's getting lost in the conversation. He's saying that he want the commentary to be fair. Here's the problem. It always been fair on the Angel Reese side. The problem that Damien is missing, or either he knows and he just don't want to say nothing about it, is that you could big up Caitlin Clark, and I've been saying this for the longest. My issue is you could big up Caitlin Clark. She's a great player, but you don't have to dog out Angel Reese or dog out the black female players by bigging her up. And that's what he's missing.
I think he was having a bad night, man. Because I mean, he
but
started
that's
off.
The problem, period. But that's the problem, period. So it's just
This
that
girl went 6-22, man. You gotta give him a break.
he was sick. That's what people don't understand. We don't mind bigging up Caitlin, but we ain't got to dog the other girl like Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley was straight up cooning. I'm gonna say it because he was strict. He didn't have to dog them other girls out like that. Yeah, he didn't have to dog them other girls that they hating and they jealous. They don't even know her. What are you talking about?
Charles Barkley been a coon though.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing, another thing that I got out of Damon, if y'all heard what he said I live in Iowa. I've met Caitlin Clark. And I think that's another issue. You met this person. Idolizing her. And he's personalizing it because of the fact of some of the things that he said. And I asked him a question. I said, do you go over on Pope B. Frank's channel or Adriana Ross channel and tell them to stop talking bad about Angel Reese? But you want, and see, this is the problem I have. I know how YouTube works, man. I've been doing this YouTube since 2021, right? So I've been doing it for the last almost 4 years. When I first uploaded, my videos was simply ball dropping because I was just straight audio, right? Dropping it on all platforms. I know how it works. So these thumbnails, just because the thumbnail says one thing, but when you get inside the video, won't you just listen to the whole video to see what the whole conversation's about? We just not going to talk about what that thumbnail says because we branch off and go elsewhere. And I think that's the point that he's missing. You see the thumbnail and you say, oh, you hating because look at the title of your show. Well, if you come in and sit there, get yourself a cold glass of water or a beer or a nice beverage and sit there and listen to the whole show with the guys that I have up on the panel, we just don't talk about one player. Right. We talk about everybody, right? And we critique everybody's game. How many times do I have to sit here with people coming up on my panel talking about Angel Reese's game on what she needs to do better, what she needs to do on the off season, and I'm the host of the show, but I got people I got people on the panel telling me that. So that's where I get upset because you only see the title, and that's your first. He was the first one in the comment section after he saw the title before I even went live.
Correct. And we could talk about how Caitlin Clark need a mid-range.
Yeah.
We can talk about how Caitlin Clark need to handle physicality. We could talk about how Caitlin Clark need to control her emotions, bro. We could talk about
I heard Adrian Ross. I done heard her talk. Angel can't shoot. It's not about I heard her dog Angel Reese.
No, she got
Angel.
Yeah.
It's like almost she got a hate for Angel Reese. Angel Reese can't do nothing.
Her and black and white, right? Yeah. Her and black and white.
Ross calls the white cheese.
Can't stop. Watch this, right? There's a dichotomy with Angel and Caitlin, right? That a lot of people don't realize. Angel is actually extremely mature on the court. Angel is actually extremely mature on the court. Angel don't get mad at bad calls.
Exactly.
Right?
She plays through it.
Angel might not handle the media very well. Angel don't handle the media very well.
Yeah.
Caitlin handles the media very well in the post-game and the pre-game interviews. Caitlin is mature off the court. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
She's mature off the court. But on the court, right? She's very immature. And that's what she's got to work on because on the court, Angel is very mature. She's a leader.
I would tell you this,
this guy is getting ruffled. When this guy don't know what to do, right? Angel
but I'm going to push back a little bit.
Team. She knows how to get them, right?
But I'll push back a little bit with the maturity thing. I'm not saying she's not mature, but if you watch a lot of Caitlin's interviews, she really don't say much. If you really listen, and a lot of the questions,
She has a
Yeah,
handler, dog.
right.
She has a
Angel, when
handler.
you
So I was going to tell
right,
Bro Gab that Bro Gab, I know personally, she has a handler. You know
Yeah.
what a handler is, Bro Gab? You know what a handler
Yeah, no,
is?
Nike telling her not to ruffle any feathers.
Yeah.
So she actually literally has her father has had this handler since the junior year of Caitlin's career. If you go to Caitlin's freshman and sophomore year, she was not articulate. She was not handling press conferences uh, as a great personality, and the way that she would come across, you'll be like, "What she say?" So I wanted to quickly say this, and then I'm gonna give it back to the panel. I wanted to tell K-Step, we have been in this country, black people, period. Because of course I bring it up because of what happened with my main man that happened, with the Dolphins. I'm not gonna say any names, but I'm just saying
They know
we
who it
have
is.
been here
yeah,
for 400 years under straight stress and duress. For you to go and have your channel and call a young girl, whatever it is, white Jesus, knowing that that was used against the indigenous people with food for them to even say Jesus, we know the history on that. It sets us back as people, but then you're a black female doing these type of things. That's why I say, man, you so classy. You're a very classy guy. And I linked on to you, and this here, man, you're not gonna do anything but grow. I want to help and participate for that. I'm always push and promote your name. I say it
Tell a
on all my
friend to
platforms,
tell a
everywhere
friend.
I'm at.
K-Staff is back
It's
at it again.
it's a classy show. You keep doing what you're doing, man. I just want to give you kudos, and I'm gonna continue to give you kudos. This is the place to be. If you want real sports, if you want real sport talk, if you want real conversation, this is the place to be. If you want to be in a conversation when we're dealing with the facts of the game, this is the place to be. If you want to talk about the things that can articulate and take the game further, male, female, whatever games that we're playing in sports, this is the place to be. The K-Stap Show is the place to be wherever you go on this planet. K-Stap, that's you could take that to the bank, and I'm letting the people know your show is the place to be. I just gave you a snippet.
Man, salute that,
yeah.
bro.
That's
I'm gonna
peace,
cut.
and that's peace.
I'm gonna cut that up. That's gonna be my sound bite.
That's peace. That's peace. That's
Yeah.
peace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why we can't go on them other shows, bro. Like I tell you already, like I'm a Fever fan, but I can't. Like they just be glazing Caitlin Clark. That's all it is. Like just talking about fire the coach, trade this player, trade that player. Like I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah. And then the other thing too with Angel Reese, when you interview Angel, you could tell it's coming from the heart. You could tell the emotion that comes with it. And she's just gonna say what she is, like she says, she's unapologetic. And I always go back to the college interview when she won that championship. And like she said, I took that game personal the way they treated my girls in South Carolina. She said when she waved that raven, she said, I took that personal. And she said, that's why we had to do what we had to do, because those are my girls. And that's another thing about Angel. When she got love for you, she got love for you. You could see it.
All right, hold on just one second, man. Let me get to the super chat, man. Appreciate all the support, man. Sharisa De Jesus, man, for the $5 super sticker.
Bring it in.
That's right, man. Let's get these super chats up, man. We dropping gems tonight. And another thing I want to point out, right? And the problem I have also is when everybody wants to say, they have dedicated channels, right? So when we're talking about the Pope and Adriana Ross, what do? They have a hour-long show pointing out every negative thing Angel Reese does, every negative thing that she does and she can't do, right? And then when somebody brings up the likes of all these other players that we talk about, we've talked about Asia Wilson on what she brings to the table. She is the MVP. We didn't talk about Nafisia Collier, right? We didn't talk about Jacquel Jones. We didn't talk about Sabrina Ionescu, Brianna Stewart. We didn't talk about Angel Reese. We didn't talk about Caitlin Clark. And then the problem I think that these Caitlin Clark fans have on my channel is when we talk about Indiana Fever basketball, we just not talking about Caitlin Clark. We talking about Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hall. We talking about Aaliyah Boston, Melissa Smith. And I think that's the issue because they say, oh, y'all don't focus on what, Caitlin Clark is bringing to the table. It's not about that. And Bro Grad said it best, man. Yes, she is an intricate part of the Indiana Fever Ball Club. She makes them go, but you have the consistency of a Kelsey Mitchell. You have a leader in Aaliyah Boston. And like Bro Grad said, if it don't run through Aaliyah Boston, you're gonna struggle. Just like tonight's game was a perfect indication. You went against a juggernaut in the MVP and Asia Wilson and what her team brought to the table. And you didn't run that offense through Aaliyah, but you didn't establish the post early. And the thing about it is, like I said, and I'm going to say it again, and I don't care who gets mad at me, Caitlin Clark tonight played hero ball. To me, she didn't trust her teammates tonight. She thought that she could win this game. 6 of 22 is atrocious. 1 of 10 from the three-point line is atrocious. You had 6 assists, but you had 5 more turnovers. And you was a -9 out there. Yeah, you had the worst plus minus, right? So what I'm saying is everything that Brogad exactly she couldn't. And Kelsey Mitchell was the one cooking with the 24. And like I keep on telling people, if they listen to the announcer was saying, get the ball to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell is the hot person.
Do you remember about the defense?
Yeah, hold on for one.
Better in the half court.
Yeah, hold on for 1 second. Let me get to this super chat.
Go ahead.
Hey, shout out to Paper Sack Brown for the $5 super sticker.
Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Bring it on, bring it on. Yeah, do you remember when I was talking about Caitlin against the defense? About the defense? Do you remember when I said she does not do well with? Look at what Jackie Young did, baby.
Even when she switched off on what's her name? Old Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray was still getting in the paint.
Chelsea was on her. Yeah. So the thing is that when Caitlin, I said it last show, my man got mad. Wody is not on here, so I mean I miss him. But the thing is,
I think he's upset. He goes. The thing about Wody, when Caitlin Clark has a bad showing, he don't want to show his face.
Frogs and crickets.
He don't want to show his face.
Frogs and crickets. Frogs and crickets, Rogie. But like I told Wody, I said, Wody, Lexi Brown, when she's healthy, gives Caitlin fits. Like she don't want to even play against Lexi Brown or a Jackie Young or my girl over there in Connecticut.
Carrington.
Dejon Carrington.
Dejon Carrington.
They give those girls her fits, and then when she do play all right with the Storm, they switch. The bad thing with the Storm was with the way they lost that game. They took what's the little guard name? The
Skylar Diggins.
Diggins
for the Storm.
Yeah.
Diggins. Yeah.
Diggins Smith. They took Diggins off of her, and she went nuts on them.
All right, hold on for 1 second, bro. Let me get this super chat, man. Check this out, guys. I'm gonna read this super chat. Man, we got a super chat from Damon Fowler.
Bring it on.
Damon Fowler said, he said, it's not much, but I feel like I owe you something. Hey, I appreciate the support, man. Stay around, man.
We love that Indiana Fever support, but you got to understand, Caitlin going to have bad games. Everybody have bad games, bro. No matter
that's all it is, man. We can all agree to disagree. I know that you was upset that, she didn't play well. They got the loss, and I know you was frustrated and you wanted to come and take it out on me. But, I'm going to stand 10 toes down, man. I ain't going nowhere. You can see my face, man. That's why I said, let me get the thumbnail off and let me show my face because I'm not going to hide my hand. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Man, they're asking about how many points that Jackie Young had. They don't understand. They sacrificed Jackie Young. It ain't about her points, bro.
Yeah, she only had 6 points tonight. She had 4 assists,
her
though.
Points, bro. Jackie Young is a defender.
Jackie Young will
shut your guard down and don't score no points.
And I'm glad you said that, bro, Gab, because it was times where, I always tell people on a 3-point shooter, you can't go under the screen. You got to go over the ball screen. And that's what Jackie Young was doing. She was going over the screen, right? So she was cut almost like a Bruce Bowen type, cutting off her airspace. But this is what happened to Caitlin Clark. Once Jackie Young started going over that ball screen, she couldn't get separation, right? So what did she thought she had to do? Every time she got a chance to push the ball, she had to come down and pull up from 50 foot. And see, things wasn't going her way tonight. And that's why I kept saying, man.
She was 4 for 19 at a certain point. She was 4 for 19.
But also, gentlemen, understand why.
It's the same thing Cheryl Reeves do with Kayla McBride.
But
they'd be looking at the points and be like, oh, how many points this guard got? How many points this guard got? Bro, it's not about that. They know that if they shut off that pick and roll with Clark and Boston,
cut that water off.
Game.
Yep.
They don't care. They don't care.
16 points on 22 shots is not good.
See,
bro.
that's what people like. That's what I'm saying. That's funny stuff. That's why I put it up there. But Bro Gad is absolutely right. And I said this. They did not come out and establish the post, man. And I said this, man. And I think MJ said this, man. It's times. I don't know who watches the WNBA the way I watch the WNBA. I know there's somebody in my chat, Sportsway with Dre Day podcast. Y'all get a chance, y'all go follow him. He drops gems too, and he's been a supporter of the WNBA since 1997, inaugurated season, right? So he's been following this. He's always been an advocate for the WNBA, telling people to give all these ladies their flowers. But this is what people don't understand. Like, when you in a situation like that, and Bro Grad, you pointed this out about Aaliyah Boston, right? So if you don't establish her early, I saw the frustration. This gets me to the point that MJ was saying. It was plenty of times, if you watch the Fever in play and they're struggling, why is it always Aaliyah Boston going up having to say something to Caitlin Clark? See, a lot of people don't see that. See, I can point out the negative every time. I don't know what they're saying because I don't hear it, but I think it's frustration because she's not getting the ball. And they didn't establish that post early tonight, and that affected her. Now she got to go down court. She got to play Asia Wilson on defense. Asia Wilson was working her out, and she fouled out the game. And I think she was frustrated. So that's a great point that you point out, MJ. Yeah.
You want to know something? The same new fans, right, that come in and will tell you, oh, man, Christy Sides slowing down the ball, man. Christy Sides trying to force the ball in the post, right? You think Christy Sides don't know ball? You think Christy Sides don't know ball?
That's what I'm talking about, bro, guys.
Show you that if you establish Aaliyah Boston and get Aaliyah Boston going, it opens up the whole defense.
Exactly.
Right.
That's how it works, bro.
Exactly.
And another thing it also shows when Caitlin has these bad games, it also shows she's gonna have to get her weight up. She's too light in the ass. That's the other thing too. They can handle her very easy. If you watch how Jackie Young was up, it's almost like they could fling her around. That's why I said when people talk about her going to the Olympics, she wouldn't have survived in the Olympics. Some girls in the Olympics would have been tearing her up. Because if you look at them Olympic games, they was very physical.
Maybe 5 more pounds, dog. She really, because she's 6'1".
Yeah.
She's 6'1", so if you don't really, she's 6 feet, so legitimately, so she really, I'm gonna just tell you, she a big girl. If you get up close to Caitlin, she's a big. Oh yeah,
somebody said that in the chat before that she's a legit 6'1".
She's a big girl. She's about maybe
whatever she is, 6 foot, 6'1". They said she's a legit that height.
But you got to understand, when you go to the Olympics and you got Breanna Stewart and Asia Wilson, your job isn't to put up points. Your job is to feed the post.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
If you go to the Olympics and you have Nafisa Collier and Asia Wilson and Brianna Stewart, right? You're not playing your game. You're playing their game. Your job is to feed the post. That's why they don't want to take her, because her game is not lining up with their game. You understand? They're not playing Caitlin Clark ball in the Olympics. Your job is here. You got
And she has made Alyssa Smith worse. Alyssa Smith is a player that can finish at the basket, and she can take. Listen,
well, she had some tough finishes tonight.
Yeah.
Nah, Alyssa Smith played tough tonight, man.
Yeah. She played
her and Boston should have gotten more touches. That's the truth.
Yeah. And that's all I was saying, man. I just thought, me personally, that Caitlin Clark shot the fever out the game. I mean, if you can't accept that,
I was in here saying Angel Reese shot too much with 16 shots.
That's what I'm saying. But see, where's Ray at now when we talking about this situation where I just felt that watching the game as a basketball coach and an ex-player, I'm seeing what I'm seeing, and when you 6 of 22, somebody give me the percentage on that, man. I ain't got no calculator, man. I don't want to just put no shit out there.
Like 20-something% though.
Give me the percentage on that.
Like 27 or something, bro.
And 1 of 10 from 3-point range, right? Give me the percent. 10% from 3-point range, right? But what was glaring to me is the shot she was taking in certain situations where she could have got the ball down in the post and thought she was going to be the hero.
She was forcing it. She was forcing it, man.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So for everybody that comes in the chat that gets upset because of Caitlin Clark had a bad game, man. Come on, man. Put your panties on right, man. Take the thong out your ass and put the big boy panties on, man. Because we talking
it's
ball.
one bad game. She had to run a great game.
Yeah.
Like you acting like if she can't have just one bad game. It's a bad game.
Yeah.
Bad games happen. Everybody has a bad game.
And that's the problem. They don't think Caitlin Clark can have a bad game. That's the problem. And when you talk about a bad game,
that's 27%.
Yeah, bad shots after bad shots. I'm glad everybody saw what I said.
No, she can have a bad game, but it's everybody else's fault.
Nah, it was her fault tonight. Nah, we're not.
It's Christy Side's fault because they're gonna say they should have took Caitlin out the game. See, you can't have it both ways.
They never gonna say that. They never gonna say take Caitlin out the game. They're gonna say, oh, they should have got Caitlin more open shots.
How many shots you want her to take? 40?
No, not more shots, more open shots. They're like, oh,
she couldn't get open because of what Jackie Young was doing. See, people miss that.
They're gonna blame that on Christy Size.
You establish the post. You want more open shots, you establish the post, bro.
Let me ask the guys on the
post, and then you get open.
Let me ask y'all a question on the panel.
I'm not arguing for it. I'm just telling you what they're gonna say.
Let me ask you guys a question on the panel. Sometimes when your offense is not going, sometimes why come we never give the defense the credit for that offensive player struggling?
Because they think it's only a one-sided game. You're not good. Just like it just look what the a commenter said earlier. Oh, how much points did Jackie Young have? It doesn't matter. It's not football where you only responsible for offense or you only responsible
and
for
I'm
defense.
I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna take it back to 2014. I'm gonna take it back to that. To Cleveland and Golden State. How many points did Deladova had in that win in that second game when they beat Golden State, but he shut Curry down? How many points did he have then?
Mm-hmm.
That's a prime example of, like Brograd said, you go out there and you do your job, right? Deladova is not out there to score the basketball. He was out there because Kyrie Irving went down. He was forced to be in the lineup, so he had to come out there and give what he's capable of doing, what got him into the NBA. And he did that well against Curry, where he had to go to the hospital and get all these IVs. So he exhausted all his stuff.
You understand? They're only looking at the box score. They're not looking at the W.
Yeah, they don't look at what don't show up in the box score.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why they don't give Angel Reese credit for defense. Oh, Caitlin Clark played better defense because she has more blocks. So
yeah,
what does
they
that
deflect that? Hey, Mo 3, they deflect that, man. What I tell you, man.
They only here to cause confusion.
See, they don't want to give Angel Reese. See, if it ain't about Angel Reese's rebounding, and something that she does well, they still going to criticize that because they call it stat padding, right? So when you get away from where you can't utilize that stat padding stuff, and when somebody brings up how well she plays on defense, what do they say? Oh, she's not a better defender than Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark got more blocks than her. What does that got to do with anything?
That pad statting thing is a joke too, because Caitlin Clark, she stat pads assists. If you ever watch her play, that's what happened. That's part of the reasons why they lost this game. She stat pads assists. She rarely passes the ball unless she feels like she's gonna get an assist out of it. If she doesn't feel like she's gonna get an assist out of it, she's not gonna pass it.
But she should have passed the ball more today. Yeah. She didn't pass the ball enough.
And that's why she only had them 6 assists today.
She doesn't pass if she doesn't think that she's gonna get an assist out of it, 80% of the time she's not gonna pass it.
I'm gonna tell y'all what Caitlin Clark needs to do to cut down on these turnovers. I saw first evidence tonight, and I think Wody Mack said this. He used a great analogy that she's the Brett Favre, she's the gunslinger. It's too many times I've seen Caitlin Clark try to get that Kevin Love and that LeBron James full court pass, right? Most of her turnovers come over that way from the sloppy passing. Like she think it's almost like I always say hero ball. Like you trying to make the home run play when it's not there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. That's where majority of her turnovers come. Sometimes, she gets the ball stolen, but it's the careless passes, man. Let me get to this super chat, man. We got
every night.
Yeah, let me get this super chat. Man, we got a super chat coming in from retired Sergeant McClellan, $10 super chat. He said a lot of teams are starting to play the Fever's long court passing. Exactly. And make Clark have to bring the ball up court. That is a great observation, because that's what I think Bro Grad touched on this like three lives ago about they don't guard her full court no more. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is she be trying to make the home run play on the long passes, man, and turning the ball over. So that's a great observation there, retired Sergeant McClellan. Salute, my brother.
I was watching the game today, and it was like 3 or 4 passes that she made that was supposed to be a turnover, but for some reason, Vegas
they knocked the ball out of bounds.
They didn't go for the ball.
Yeah,
like the one
there was
play
a couple of them that she threw ahead,
people, and then she just threw it backwards, and if 4 Aces players just there watching the ball bounce around. I'm like, somebody get the ball.
Yeah.
Then one of the Fever players ran from all the way from the other side of the court to come and get the ball. I'm like, what?
Yeah. But hey, it is what it is, man. But I just thought, man, tonight, man, she could have had a better showing. But I agree with everybody. I agree with everybody in the chat, man. We got a lot of stuff that we probably missed in the chat. I'll see it on the replay, but I appreciate everybody that tuned in. And I've always said, Bro Claude, I know you froze up, man, but he's faithful on the panel, just like Bro Gad. He's faithful on the panel, and I see MJ, man, you're starting to be faithful on the channel as well, man.
Yeah, much love.
And Mo 3's here all the time too. See, Mo 3 is like, we always said about Mo 3. Mo 3 is like that sniper in the woods, man. He gonna pop up. He gonna pop out of nowhere, and he just gonna sit back in the cut, and then he'll throw his little jab in there and get out real quick, and then just listen and come back.
But you don't know I'm here because
exactly
on YouTube my name is New Guy.
New Guy, yeah. But but I appreciate that. The real too smart. Salute, Slippy Ball Dropping. Shout out to the team, man. I appreciate y'all guys. Like I said, man, I appreciate y'all's continued support, man. It really means a lot, man. And we're gonna start doing our giveaways, man, because the fall time is coming. Y'all gotta start. Y'all gotta start rocking the Simply Ball Dropping merch, man. I got the hoodies, man. I got stuff, man. I got the beanies. I got it all, man. So I got the bucket hats, man, the fisherman hats, man, and everything, man. So I'm gonna start. I got the t-shirts, man, and also, like I said, for people that don't know, I got my own website, it's simplybaldropping.com. If you go to the store, I got custom Simply Ball Dropping for sports teams, like whatever team that you want. I do custom logos out of the Simply Ball Dropping stuff. So I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan, so I got my Minnesota Vikings Simply Ball Dropping stuff. I got all NFL teams. I got all NBA teams. I got your favorite, WNBA teams. Simply Ball Dropping logos, man. So what I'm gonna start doing on these live shows, man, we're gonna start doing our free giveaways, man. And for people, y'all DM me y'all's information when you win. I'll send it right on out to you, man. I got custom sweatsuits, man. But the hoodies, man, the fall's coming, man. Everybody got to rock them hoodies, man. And I love to see people that support me all over the place rocking that Simply Ball Dropping wear. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. I'll make sure
we'll
I
start
look into
doing that. Yeah, we'll start doing that, man. But
sure.
that's what it is, man. Because, man, I appreciate y'all guys' support. Without y'all, man, I couldn't do this stuff, man. This is what I do it for, man. And the crazy thing about it is I'm picking up steam now. I'm almost at 12,000 subscribers. Like I said, I got started late on YouTube, man, 2021. If I'd have started this back in 2019 when I actually started Simply Ball Dropping, I'd have been a further along the game. But I'm picking up traction. I got a lot of people DMing me, videos and stuff. Hey, can you do a video on this? They sending me clips. So majority of the shows that I do when I drop these podcasts, I be getting clips from my supporters. They be sending me that. If you realize, if y'all watching any of my podcasts, y'all notice I've been inserting these clips into the podcast. I be getting that from the supporters. The supporters be DMing me these videos, and I put it up in the thing. And like I know Brooklyn's not here, but Brooklyn, he sends me videos, man, and stuff like that, and I do videos on it, man. So I appreciate everybody's support. Like, if you're not following me, you can follow me at SBD KSAP on Twitter X. Instagram is all Simply Ball Dropping. Facebook is Simply Ball Dropping. So if you guys need to get at me, like I said, I had the email pinned there. I got a guy that's been emailing me. So, stuff like that. Like, y'all can email me at ask.us@simplybaldropping.com. I respond to all inquiries. So, that's how y'all can reach me, man.
Okay,
So anything,
no problem.
Anything y'all want to talk about, need to do a show on, drop it to me.
Okay, no problem.
What somebody said, no, see, that's what I'm saying. No Sky videos are better without Angel Reese tonight. YouTube street. See, that's what I'm saying. See, they can't complain about nothing tonight because Angel Reese didn't play in the fever loss, and also the Sky lost tonight. So what are they going to talk about?
All the scrutiny on Caitlyn tonight, bro.
Yeah.
All the scrutiny on Caitlyn tonight. Ain't nothing to distract.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
like
still
I
my
said,
girl, though. That's still my girl,
Yeah.
but she ain't playing good tonight. That's the truth.
Like I said, Crystal White said, no disrespect, but the Sky, nothing without Angel. We see that. But after that first game, when she went down after the wrist injury, they won. They got all up in their boots because they beat the Dallas Wings, right? They got all up in their boots and said, oh, what I tell you, they better without Angel Reese. But they played the lonely Washington Mystics tonight and got their hat handed to them. So let's make it make sense. And for everybody to say that Camila Cardoso is the person they need to run the off, you saw how that went.
They were saying that Izzy was better after that game. Look what she did tonight.
That's what I'm saying. So like Isabel Harrison had a great game against the Wing, but she went here tonight. Inconsistencies, man. We know we're gonna get that consistency with Angel Reese, man. But like I said, man, before we wrap it up, man, let me get your final thoughts, Mo3.
Not much, man. It's just always nice to be up here with you guys, man. I like talking to y'all, man, because I swear on you and Showtime are the only two like ones that keep it real. Everyone else is so biased. I mean, there's this one other guy, he tries to be non-biased, but you could just tell sometimes. I'd be like, oh man, come on, man.
Are you talking about Mick Talk Sports?
Yeah.
Yeah, he tried. See, I can't find his rhythm, man, because I can't find like what he like. It's almost like he's in there, but he's not in there, right?
Yeah,
so you don't know. You don't
sometimes
know. Yeah, you don't know where he's coming from.
That's really objective. That's really objective. But then sometimes he just like something he said tonight was like, I was like, man, I was with you until you said that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Both Asia and Clark played like trash.
Oh, and also Quita loves sports. She's real as it gets as a woman.
Yeah. Quita too. I just don't watch her as much because for some reason
Quita went live tonight. She was at the game.
Yeah, but for some reason her videos don't show up in my feed a lot.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. I'm subscribed and all that. I don't know why.
I think she goes live a lot. She does a lot of lives, right? And I think the algorithm puts her on the live side of it. She does a lot of lives, man, but she keeps it real, man. But
she was live streaming from the game today. I saw
yeah,
her.
She be at the games all the time, man. her and her mother, and had her father at the last game, man. But yeah, that's a
she was
great
with her
call,
mom.
Mo3, man. What you got, MJ?
My final thoughts is love the panel. Just to let you know, I will be supporting, and just keep up the good work. Just keep up the good work and keep being honest. And let's just keep the narrative of just being fair.
There you go, man.
That's all I have to say.
And the thing about it is, MJ, man, anytime that I go live and you in the chat, just tell me hit the link, man. Come on up.
Yeah. I got you, brother.
Come on up, man. All right, great
And
call,
I'm definitely
man.
gonna look at that merch. I'm gonna definitely look at your merch.
I'm gonna get it on here in the
up.
next live. On the next live, we're
Bye-bye.
gonna do a free giveaway. All right, bro, Gad, man, go ahead and close it out, man. It's your time to shine.
Nah, bro. Like, I'm just waiting for the playoffs right now. Obvious. This is the
Hold up. Let
first
me
game.
stop you right there. I'm gonna ask you a question about the playoffs, man. From what you saw tonight against one of the heavyweights in the Las Vegas Aces, like what chance do you give the Indiana Fever in a series? From what you saw tonight, if things don't go the way they supposed to go, how do you feel?
That's a good question.
Bro, Grad, I know you ain't go crickets on me, did you?
That's a good question.
Uh-oh.
I can't say.
like...
Nah,
there you go.
right
there
now,
you go.
nah.
All right, go ahead. We hear you now.
Yeah, so like, other than that, I'm just waiting to see who takes the last spot, bro. Because honestly, it's the
Washington Mystics. Hey, them Washington Mystics probably can get that last spot.
Yeah, they look like they're gonna well, you saying that but I think that the Dream actually have a better chance because the Dream played the Mystics twice. I think the Dream played the Mystics twice, and the Dream has a better roster than the Mystics. The Dream has a better roster than the Mystics. I think the Dream can win both of those games, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not like I think the Liberty can win it all.
I got the Liberty. Y'all heard it here first.
You look at the Dream. You look at the Dream's roster. The Dream, technically, the Dream is kind of stacked if you look at it. They got Ryan Howard. They got Alicia Gray. They got Jordan Canada. They got Tina Charles, right? And they could upset somebody if they get hot. Like they're just a little inconsistent, but
okay.
But they got star players. Like they got star players all up and down the roster. I'm looking to see what happens if they make the playoffs. That's the truth. But the Fever need work. They got work to do. They got a lot of work to do. They're not ready this year. Maybe next year, but not this year.
Okay, I'm glad you came back to that because I was gonna tell the chat. You see what he did? He deflected and talked about everybody but the Fever when I asked him the question. But I'm glad you came back to that, bro, Greg, because we was about to get you, man. Because you talked about all these other teams, but the question was about the Indiana Fever and what they're gonna do in the playoffs. And you went quiet there for a minute, so I thought it kind of stubbed you. And MJ said that's a great question, and we didn't hear nothing. It got quiet. The crickets was out. So I'm glad you cleaned that up, boy, because we was about to get you.
They kind of disappointed me tonight.
Okay. We was about to get you, man. We thought you was deflecting, and I told you what have I told y'all since y'all been on my panel?
They only here to cause confusion.
See, that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to cause confusion because y'all see what he did. That's why I used that word deflection, man. Because
I'm not deflecting, bro. I'm not deflecting.
I know you came back. You came back and got it though. But this is what I want to say. And in my closing thoughts, man, this is what I want to say, man. My problem is when you ask somebody a direct question about a certain thing, they deflect, they move the goalposts, they create a narrative that they want to stick with, and if it ain't about their narrative, they don't want to talk about it, right? So when I always say they only here to cause confusion, y'all know what the late, great Tupac said, man. Said they want y'all to think something else, but when they come around, what they do, they only here to cause confusion.
They only here to cause confusion.
So when y'all remember that, when y'all heard it here first about all these other channels that can do our shows on one particular individual and just talk about all the negative stuff they do. They only causing confusion, man. And when you have a fan base that follows that nonsense, that fan base is going to believe everything that person says.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, I appreciate you guys coming over here, shooting the shit, talking basketball, and not just talking about one individual like people suggest we do. Why can't you just talk about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and split it down the middle? That ain't what we do. We talk basketball, man. We talk about the game. We talk about these different teams. We talk about these different players. We give people their flowers, man. And as long as we keep doing that, we're gonna shine. We're gonna rise above the rest, man. Without y'all guys being on the panel, I couldn't do it, man, because these live shows. Because I normally didn't do live shows, man. But I was convinced to do live shows, man. People was hitting me up, man. Won't you do a live show? Won't you do this and won't you do that? I said, okay. If I do a live show, y'all gonna tune in, because I've tuned into a lot of live shows where people can go live like at 2:00 in the morning. I'm like, damn, they got like 100, 200 people watching at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So I said, okay, let me drop a live and see who's really rocking with me. But I got people rocking with me, man. That's why I continue to do it, man. So I appreciate everybody, man. I really do.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, man, that's gonna wrap it up, man. Because we 2 hours in, man. We got off early tonight. I didn't come on late, man. I was gonna do the one for the Chicago Sky, man, but I'm so pissed off, man. Man, what the hell happened? See, I gotta deal with this when I get off the live stream, man. And see, the funny thing about it is, I'll tell you a little side joke. My son and my niece, every time that the Sky lose, they poke fun at me, right? They poke fun at me, man, because it's a friendly competition around the house, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, right? Because my niece and them, when it was college basketball, when I started watching LSU, and I was like, because everybody was talking about Angel Reese. And I was like, man, I already know about Angel Reese, man. I watched her when she played in Maryland, man. I saw her in high school because I'm from the DMV, right? So I was like, man, y'all know I'm not a fan of her game, man. Y'all know what I say about her game, man. Her game is sloppy. I said she's almost like Julius Randle, a bull in a china shop, right? So then she started growing on to me, right? So they get mad. So anytime I can roll around the house and say Angel Reese, my son would say, now you really glazing. So we just poke fun. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I just love it. But this is what it is, man. Appreciate everybody's support. Like I said, man, we not done, man. We're gonna rise above the rest, man. And I appreciate everybody that's tuned in, man. And what you said, Angel Reese Angel Reese, hold up. Crystal White, you said Angel Reese she's your friend? You know her? Clarify that. Because she said Angel Reese my friend. Happens to be my friend? Okay, we got you. Hey, that's good stuff right there, man. But yeah, appreciate everybody that tuned in, man. That's going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. Guess what? We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.